Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. And today in outage news, not every outage is a cyber attack. Now, here's what's going on. Now, if you basically have a Facebook account or Messenger account or Threads or Instagram or anything that Meta owns, aka Facebook, you were probably out. Now, around 10 a.m. Eastern time here in the United States, reports started surfacing of users getting completely logged out of Meta services. This happened to me as well, as I was posting, like my daily memes. If you're a regular follower, I like to post humorous things. At least I find them humorous and I share. You might not, but I do. And at first I thought, hey, basically Facebook told me I was out and it said, hey, I had to log in and reset my password and all of this. And I thought, oh God, that's weird on my phone. So I went to a web browser and sure enough, it was giving me the same thing. And I thought to myself, have I been hit? And if you know me, I have quite the big tinfoil hat. So I was going to all my threat detection systems, checking my logging, did somebody just account compromise me? Because I've got MFA installed. It wasn't taking my MFA token when it was asking for codes. It was pretty much a complete mess. But obviously, that wasn't the issue because not all breaches breaches are another thing. Not all outages are cyber attacks. And it quickly became apparent that this was a widespread issue and nobody was able to get in, not just me, because immediately I went Googling to say, is it? Eventually, I was like, maybe there's an outage, and sure enough. Now, the real-time outage monitoring website Down Detector showed that about 600,000 people were reporting Facebook issues, at least in the United States, by 10:45 a.m. And by noon or so, all services had been restored. Interestingly enough, I was also on a call this morning with a colleague in India, and he was also saying, he couldn't get into Facebook either. So it wasn't just the United States. Now, during this outage, attempting to log in basically led to an error that said an unknown error has occurred. And that same thing happened when you try to reset your password, which was what I experienced as well. MFA, or two-factor authentication, was also broken as well because it wasn't working when it was asking me for codes as I was trying to get in. Now, a post from Meta, aka Andy Stone, their spokesperson, said that a technical issue was essentially to blame for this, and it was caused people to have difficulty accessing some of our services. Quote, we resolved the issue as soon as possible for everyone who was impacted, and we apologize for any inconvenience. And so Meta's status website, which tracks the condition of their services, showed major disruptions to Ads Manager, Facebook, Instagram, Meta Business Suite, WhatsApp API, Messenger API, pretty much anything and everything. And basically it indicated no known issues for Messenger, even though there were a ton of reports to the contrary. All services showed recovering from outage by noon. And so these things happen. Did somebody basically write a piece of code that screwed up everything? Was there a cascading issue in data centers that started knocking, critical infrastructure offline? We're not 100% sure here, but not everything, like I said, is a cyber attack. So we're going to wait and see. We'll see how transparent Meta, aka Facebook, is on all of this. But again, we have to be aware of these things. At the same token, we also have to make sure that we're taking proper precautions, because if you are suddenly and mysteriously logged out of Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, God forbid, or X or whatever you use, maybe there's an issue, but I would definitely double check. So it's a good lesson for all of us, nevertheless. And quite frankly, even though it was down for a couple of hours, the world probably had a bit of a breather from Facebook. So quite frankly, I think it should be down for a lot longer, ideally forever. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter, where if you can get to me, great. If not, okay, and it still should go away. And also on YouTube as well, which apparently also reported outages and disruptions, which makes me wonder if there was an upstream vendor, like a large infrastructure provider like Cloudflare or Akamai or something like that went out. But we don't know. But nevertheless, subscribe to me on YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everybody.